If you're 65, 80 and can still do this, you're a rare gem and destined to live to 100. If you're 65, 70, or even 80 years old and you're still able to do what I'm about to share with you today, then listen up. You're not just getting by, you're thriving. You're not just living, you're living well. And let me tell you, you're a rare gem. You're a walking example of strength, resilience, and a mindset that most people half your age could only dream of. And the most exciting part, if you keep doing what you're doing, you just might be destined to live to 100. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be wondering, what's so special about me? I'm just doing what feels right for me, trying to keep up with life. But the truth is, what you're doing now, in this very phase of life, isn't just about staying afloat or getting by. It's about thriving in ways that defy the typical narrative that aging means slowing down, losing vitality, or simply waiting for the inevitable. It's so easy for society to tell us that as we age, we should start to slow down, that we should give in to the physical limitations, that we should focus more on rest and relaxation than on growth and activity. But here's the thing. Life doesn't have to slow down when you get older. In fact, if you can still do what I'm about to describe, you're proving that aging is a matter of mindset and lifestyle, not just numbers on a calendar. The truth is, there's something powerful about those who continue to engage with life well into their later years. They don't settle for just existing. They don't let their age define them. Instead, they embrace the challenges, the joys, and the beauty that each new day brings. Whether it's staying physically active, keeping the mind sharp, fostering relationships, or maintaining a sense of purpose, those who can do these things are showing us all that getting older doesn't mean giving up. In fact, it can mean embracing life with more energy, more wisdom, and more vitality than ever before. But here's where it gets truly exciting. The people who are able to do this aren't just rare in spirit, they're also rare in their potential for longevity. There are scientific studies, countless real-life examples, and even historical evidence that show us one thing. People who keep doing certain things as they age have a much higher chance of living long, healthy lives, sometimes even reaching the age of 100 or beyond. And I'm here to tell you that if you're doing these things, you are not only defying the odds, you're setting yourself up to enjoy many more years of joy, energy, and health. You might not have even realized the power you hold by simply making the decision to stay active, stay connected, and stay engaged. But let me assure you, what you're doing right now is the key. What you're doing and what you continue to do might be the very thing that keeps you sharp, healthy, and living far longer than most people expect. And as you listen to the following insights, I want you to remember this. It's not just about age. It's about how you choose to live in those years. So, sit back, open your mind, and get ready to hear how you, as a 65, 80-year-old who's still going strong, are a living example of what it takes to not only age gracefully, but to live a long and fulfilling life. You are a rare gem, and what's coming next could change the way you see the rest of your years. If you're doing these things, then I'm excited to tell you, you're on the path to 100. Let's dive in and find out how. Part 1. The power of a purposeful life. Let's start with something that can transform the way you look at life, no matter how old you are. Purpose. I'm not talking about just passing the time or filling the days with tasks and chores. I'm talking about waking up each morning with a fire in your belly, something that gives you a reason to get out of bed, something that makes you feel alive. This isn't just about keeping busy, it's about having a deeper meaning in everything you do. Research has shown that one of the most powerful predictors of longevity is having a strong sense of purpose. People with a clear why in life are not only happier, they're healthier and more resilient to the challenges that come with aging. Whether it's a lifelong passion, a hobby that brings you joy, or a mission to help others, having a reason to live beyond just existing is the key to keeping your mind and body engaged. And the beauty of this is that it's never too late to find your purpose. For example, let's take a look at those who continue to stay active in their communities, those who volunteer, or even those who are deeply involved in their families. They're not just fulfilling obligations, they're living a life of meaning. They wake up with a sense of direction. If you found something you love doing, whether that's gardening, painting, teaching, or mentoring others, you're already ahead of the game. That something keeps your heart and mind engaged in the world around you, helping you to thrive physically and emotionally. In fact, a study done by researchers from the University of California found that those who had a clear sense of purpose lived longer and were healthier than those who did not. They didn't just survive, they thrived. And you can see this principle in action in every community, in every generation. People who have continued to pursue their passions, whether that be learning new skills, traveling, or simply spending quality time with loved ones, are consistently the ones who age with grace, vitality, and strength. So, if you're someone who wakes up with something to look forward to, whether it's a creative project, a cause you believe in, or even just the joy of a fresh day ahead, know that you are walking in the footsteps of those who have lived to be 100. Your purpose is not just a nice to have, it's your ticket to a long, fulfilling life. Part 2. Keeping the mind sharp. Now, let's talk about the brain, that magnificent organ that holds the essence of who you are. We often hear about how our bodies change as we age, but what about the mind? The mind can be as strong and sharp as you let it be. And just like your physical body, your mind needs regular exercise, stimulation, and care to keep it in top shape. If you're between the ages of 65 and 80, and you still find yourself curious, learning new things, reading books, solving puzzles, or even picking up new skills, then you are setting yourself up for not just longevity, but also a quality life. The mind thrives on challenges, and the more you challenge it, the sharper it gets. I know it can sometimes be tempting to think that retirement means slowing down in the mental department too. After all, you've worked hard your entire life. But I'm here to tell you, your brain is not like a machine that wears out with age. It's more like a muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. Have you ever heard of neuroplasticity? It's the ability of the brain to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. And guess what? Neuroplasticity doesn't stop as we age. In fact, it continues to work no matter how old you get. The more you stimulate your brain, whether through learning a new language, doing a crossword puzzle, taking up a musical instrument, or even engaging in deep, meaningful conversations, the more your brain continues to grow, adapt, and stay young. Let's take a moment to think about some people you might know, or perhaps even people you've read about, who have continued to push their intellectual limits well into their golden years. They're the ones who haven't stopped learning. They're the ones who take on challenges without hesitation. And that's why they're still vibrant, engaged, and mentally sharp as they move into their 80s, 90s, and even beyond. For example, there are stories of people in their 70s and 80s who've decided to go back to school, learn a new hobby, or get involved in intellectual clubs and activities. They don't let age stand in the way of learning. They embrace it. These individuals are proof that the mind is never too old to grow, develop, and thrive. So, if you've kept your mind active, if you're continuing to learn, adapt, and grow, you are not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. A sharp mind is a cornerstone of long-term health. It's your mental strength that will keep you resilient, adaptive, and full of vitality, even in your later years. You're doing more than just preventing cognitive decline. You're empowering your mind to be as sharp and vibrant as it's ever been. And that's a gift that will keep on giving, day after day, year after year. If you're engaging your brain regularly, congratulations. You're on the path to a long and healthy life. Part 3. The vital role of physical activity. Let's now shift the conversation to the body, the vessel that carries us through every stage of life. For so many, there's a misconception that once you reach a certain age, it's time to stop moving, to slow down, and to focus solely on relaxation. But here's the truth. Movement is the key to longevity. If you're between 65 and 80 and you're still making time to stay active, whether it's walking, stretching, swimming, or even light strength training, then you're not just maintaining your health, you're investing in your future. It's not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights, unless that's your thing, but it's about moving your body regularly and in ways that feel good for you. Studies show that physical activity doesn't just contribute to a longer life, it improves the quality of that life. The more you move, the more you increase blood flow to your muscles and organs, including your brain. Exercise strengthens your heart, increases circulation, and helps regulate your blood pressure. The body is a remarkable machine, and just like any machine, the more it's used, the better it works. Let me share something else with you. One of the most significant factors in aging well is maintaining muscle mass. As we age, we tend to lose muscle and bone density, but the good news is this process can be slowed down or even reversed by staying physically active. Even simple activities like walking can help you retain muscle strength, and more dynamic activities like yoga, Pilates, or swimming can boost flexibility and balance. And here's something that's crucial as we age: balance. The risk of falling increases as we get older, but activities that focus on balance, like Tai Chi or even simple leg strengthening exercises, can significantly reduce the likelihood of accidents, which means more years of independent living. Don't think for a second that you're too old to get started or to keep going. Remember, it's never too late. There are people in their 80s and beyond who are still walking miles a day, doing light strength training, or even dancing. They didn't wait until they were old to begin. They made the decision to stay active long before that. If you're already moving your body, whether it's yoga, gardening, or just taking a brisk walk each day, you're already on the right path. Physical activity is not just for your muscles and bones. It's for your heart, mind, and spirit. It keeps you strong, keeps your energy levels high, and helps fight off the ailments that can try to take hold as you age. So if you're still prioritizing your physical activity, you're laying the groundwork for a longer, healthier life. Keep it up. The more you move now, the more you'll continue to thrive for many years to come. Part 4. The secret of healthy relationships and social connections. Let's now talk about something that's not only essential for emotional well-being, but also directly affects your physical health: relationships. As you age, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you don't need to be as social as you once were. Perhaps your children have moved away, or your closest friends are no longer with you, and you might think that it's natural to isolate yourself. But here's the truth. Healthy, meaningful relationships are one of the strongest predictors of longevity. In fact, studies have consistently shown that people who have strong social connections live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about having people around. It's about having the right people around, those who lift you up, those who make you laugh, those who care about you, and those who challenge you to keep growing. People who stay socially engaged have lower rates of depression, reduced levels of stress, and a greater sense of purpose. Social connections provide the emotional support we need to navigate life's challenges, and they help us remain resilient in the face of adversity. If you're still actively maintaining friendships, spending time with family, or even participating in community activities, then you're ahead of the game. In fact, you're creating a network of people who will support you through thick and thin. These relationships provide a buffer against the inevitable stresses that come with aging. But it's not just about having people around. It's about having the right kind of connections. Are you sharing meaningful conversations with friends? Are you actively participating in your community, whether it's through volunteering, joining a group, or helping others? If so, you're engaging in the kind of social interaction that helps you feel connected, valued, and energized. But what about the time when you may not have close friends or family nearby? That's okay too. There are so many ways to foster relationships, even later in life. Whether it's joining a hobby group, becoming a mentor, or simply making an effort to reach out to neighbors or acquaintances, you can still create those deep, lasting connections that have a positive impact on your health. The importance of social relationships goes beyond just preventing loneliness. They help lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and boost your immune system. When we connect with others, we also trigger the release of hormones that reduce stress and promote happiness. In a sense, our social connections become not only emotional support systems, but also physical ones. So if you're still nurturing relationships and keeping a social circle that provides love, joy, and connection, you're laying the foundation for a long, healthy life. You're more than just surviving. You're thriving with the strength of community, connection, and love by your side. And this is not just about the quantity of your relationships, but the quality. The deeper the connection, the better it is for your health. Keep fostering these bonds because they are as vital to your well-being as anything else. Part 5. The importance of a balanced diet. As we continue on the path of longevity, let's talk about something that's often overlooked, yet plays a crucial role in how we age: nutrition. Your body, no matter how old you are, requires fuel to keep it running smoothly. And as you enter your 60s, 70s, and 80s, the need for a balanced, nourishing diet becomes even more critical. But here's the great news. The power to feel vibrant, energetic, and healthy is in your hands. And it starts with what you put on your plate. The misconception that aging means having to accept a decline in energy, strength, and vitality is largely driven by poor lifestyle choices, especially diet. If you're still making the conscious decision to eat whole, fresh foods, then you're already one step ahead. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains doesn't just support physical health. It fuels your mind, your energy levels, and your ability to fight off disease. Let's break it down a bit. As we age, our bodies undergo certain metabolic changes. We may experience a reduction in muscle mass, lower energy levels, and even a slower metabolism. But the food you eat can either help slow these changes or accelerate them. For example, eating nutrient-dense foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon provides your body with the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants it needs to keep cells healthy and to fight off oxidative stress. These foods have been linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. One of the key players in maintaining a healthy body and mind is protein. As we age, we require more protein to help preserve muscle mass and strength. Lean sources of protein, like chicken, turkey, tofu, beans, and fish, are essential for maintaining mobility and keeping your body strong. And don't forget about the healthy fats. Olive oil, avocados, and nuts help maintain brain function and lower the risk of heart disease. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish and flax seeds, are particularly beneficial for keeping your brain sharp and reducing inflammation throughout the body. But nutrition isn't just about what we eat, it's also about how we eat. Maintaining a healthy relationship with food, eating mindfully, and avoiding overeating are important habits to form. As we age, our caloric needs may decrease, but our nutritional needs remain just as high. This means that the quality of what you eat becomes even more important. By focusing on nutrient-dense whole foods, you're giving your body the tools it needs to fight disease, stay strong, and feel energized. If you're already making healthier food choices, avoiding overly processed foods, and prioritizing balanced meals, then you're setting yourself up for a long, healthy life. Keep nourishing your body with whole, natural foods, and you'll continue to feel the benefits: more energy, a stronger immune system, and a lower risk of chronic illness. A well-balanced diet doesn't just help you maintain your weight, it enhances every part of your well-being. Part 6. The power of rest and recovery. Now, let's talk about something that's equally important as diet and exercise, yet it's often neglected: rest. As we age, many people assume that more rest equals doing less. But rest, in the way I'm talking about, isn't about being lazy. It's about recovery. It's about giving your body and mind the time they need to heal, recharge, and be ready for the next day. And if you're 65 or older and you're still prioritizing good rest and recovery, you're doing something that most people overlook. Rest is essential for maintaining physical and mental health, especially as we age. Sleep, in particular, plays a massive role in how we feel, how well we function, and how long we live. During sleep, our bodies repair cells, strengthen our immune system, and refresh our minds. Without enough rest, our bodies struggle to keep up with the wear and tear of daily life, and we're more susceptible to illness, stress, and mental fatigue. For older adults, getting quality sleep becomes even more critical, as it helps maintain cognitive function, emotional balance, and overall health. But rest isn't just about sleep. It's also about taking time to relax and recover from physical activities. After all, recovery is just as important as exertion when it comes to keeping your body in good condition. Whether it's taking a moment to unwind with a good book, meditating, or simply allowing yourself to enjoy quiet moments during the day, these breaks are essential for rejuvenating your body and mind. If you've been keeping up with a regular exercise routine, balancing that activity with proper rest is key to preventing overuse injuries and maintaining your energy levels. Another aspect of rest is managing stress. As we age, we can sometimes feel the weight of life's challenges a bit more. But the good news is that stress can be managed, and you can still enjoy life with a sense of calm and ease. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or even deep breathing exercises can help reduce stress and promote relaxation. By learning to slow down and manage stress, you're giving yourself the gift of longevity. Chronic stress accelerates the aging process and can lead to a variety of health problems. But if you're actively working on relaxation and stress management, you're helping protect your health. So if you're someone who knows the value of rest, who makes time for quality sleep, who understands the importance of recovery after exercise, and who actively manages stress, you're doing wonders for your health and longevity. Rest isn't about doing nothing. It's about giving your body the time it needs to repair and restore itself, so that you can keep moving forward, stronger than ever. Continue to prioritize rest, and you'll find that you not only feel better physically, but also more emotionally balanced and resilient as you age. Part 7. Cultivating a positive mindset and resilience. Now, let's address one of the most important factors in not just surviving, but truly thriving as you age: your mindset. The way you think about aging, about challenges, and about life itself can have a profound impact on your health and longevity. People who have a positive outlook on life, who maintain optimism, adaptability, and a sense of resilience, are far more likely to enjoy long, vibrant lives than those who allow negativity, regret, or defeat to dictate their years. It's no secret that life has its ups and downs. As we get older, we may face more obstacles, health challenges, losses, or other difficult transitions. But what sets apart those who age well and those who struggle is the ability to bounce back. Resilience is a muscle that can be built, and just like any other aspect of life, it starts with the right mindset. The key is not to avoid challenges, but to embrace them as opportunities for growth. People who live to be 100 often have one thing in common: they've learned to roll with the punches. They've developed a mindset that sees challenges not as obstacles, but as steps on the journey of life. A positive mindset is rooted in gratitude, the simple act of appreciating what you have. Your health, your relationships, your experiences can have a profound effect on your overall well-being. Gratitude is scientifically proven to reduce stress, improve heart health, and boost mental clarity. If you've spent your life finding joy in the small things, appreciating the beauty of each day, and focusing on the positives instead of the negatives, then you're well on your way to a long and fulfilling life. In addition to gratitude, having a sense of acceptance is crucial. As we age, we all experience changes, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's easy to resist those changes, but true longevity comes from accepting them with grace. People who live long lives are those who can adapt to new circumstances with a flexible attitude, rather than fighting against what is inevitable. By accepting your age, your body's limitations, and the reality of the changes you face, you allow yourself the freedom to live fully and without fear. Finally, resilience is about embracing change and uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, but people who remain adaptable, who find new ways to face challenges, keep learning and grow, are the ones who continue to live with energy and purpose well into their senior years. If you've cultivated resilience throughout your life, you're already ahead of the game. You've learned how to face adversity with strength and grace. Keep nurturing that mindset, and you'll find that you are not only able to handle whatever life throws at you, but you'll do so with a sense of joy, purpose, and peace. Conclusion. As we wrap up this conversation, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. If you're between 65 and 80 and still managing to keep your body, mind, and spirit engaged, then you're doing something rare. You're not just living, you're thriving. You're defying the notion that aging means slowing down, and you're proving that with the right mindset, lifestyle, and habits, there's no reason why you can't continue to live with vitality, strength, and joy for many more years to come. Having a sense of purpose, keeping your mind sharp, staying physically active, nurturing relationships, eating well, resting, and maintaining a positive, resilient mindset. These aren't just habits for longevity, they are habits for a life well lived. And if you're already practicing these things, then you're not just setting yourself up to live a longer life, but a more fulfilling one. You're embracing each day as a gift, knowing that age is just a number, and that the best years of your life are still ahead of you. You're a rare gem, someone who has the wisdom, strength, and resilience to face whatever comes next with confidence and grace. You are a living testament to the power of living intentionally, and as long as you continue to nurture these habits, there's no doubt that you have a bright future ahead, one filled with love, laughter, and the energy to embrace every moment. So as you continue on your journey, remember this: you're not done. You're just getting started. Every choice you make today, every action you take to stay healthy, happy, and engaged is an investment in your future. And with that mindset, you're destined for greatness. You're on the path to 100 and beyond. Keep shining, keep thriving, and keep living fully. The best is yet to come.